To advance the mission, every nonprofit needs to make hard choices and change with the times. Unfortunately, not all of them do. For me, these two memories, JDC's life-saving work with Olga and the other nonprofit's broken budgetary process, sum up why nonprofits can be both inspiring and frustrating. Bringing out the best in nonprofits. So, what should we do? Bringing out the best in nonprofits is critical because we rely so heavily on them. Many of us are born in nonprofit hospitals, educated in nonprofit universities, and inspired at nonprofit religious institutions. Nonprofits also address burning issues such as climate change, income inequality, and racial justice, even when the government is stymied by political divisions. At a more basic level, many of us have causes we love to support. Committing time and money to them is one of the most fulfilling things in our lives. Through nonprofits, we can honor our ideals, join a community of like-minded people, and pursue our dreams. To touch our lives in all these ways, the United States has over 1.5 million nonprofits. Every year, they spend more than $2.5 trillion, which is more than the GDP of Canada. More than 200 million Americans donate to nonprofits, representing 70% of the population, while 25% volunteer their time. A number of other countries also have large nonprofit sectors, including Belgium, Canada, Israel, Japan, Mozambique, and New Zealand. Sometimes our faith in nonprofits is amply justified. The finest ones advance compelling missions and launch bold experiments. But unfortunately, there are horror stories as well. Even beloved nonprofits are sometimes racked by corruption and misconduct. Do you remember the Varsity Blues scandal, where families bribed their way into prestigious colleges? Or the child abuse scandal at a storied college football team? Or the allegations of sexual misconduct and cover-ups at humanitarian organizations? Sadly, many volumes could be filled with scandals that have come to light at nonprofits over the years. But the focus here is on something more mundane and, I suspect, a lot more pervasive: mediocrity instead of misconduct. Too many nonprofits don't advance their mission effectively. They deliver subpar results, are stuck in their ways, or are racked with infighting. How can nonprofits avoid these traps? This book identifies the root causes of common problems at nonprofits and explains how to solve them. The defining feature of nonprofits is their goal. Instead of making money, they advance a mission. This presents a fundamental challenge. Their performance can be quite hard to measure. Unlike for-profit firms, they can't use profitability or share prices, so it's not easy to know whether nonprofits are pursuing their mission the right way. As a result, unwise and self-interested choices are harder to expose, conflicts are more difficult to resolve, and there is less pressure to change with the times. At nonprofits, flawed choices are not just more difficult to root out, but also more troubling. When a for-profit firm wastes money, the share price suffers. But when this happens at a nonprofit, the mission suffers. This means that diseases aren't treated, knowledge isn't advanced, vulnerable populations aren't served, religious teachings aren't shared, culture and art aren't celebrated, and communal bonds aren't forged. These missed opportunities are especially heart-wrenching because money is already tight at most nonprofits. Instead of wasting these scarce dollars, they need to make the most of them. Fortunately, these problems aren't inevitable.